Hey guys, it's Sayla with Vega. I'm super excited to show you Vega's client deliverables feature and how easy it is to create clean, client-ready deliverables. Right now, you are actually looking at a so-called tax planning review deliverable. And in today's video, I will be showing you exactly how to create one of these. Also, I'll be showing you how you can easily come here and present it to your clients, or even how you can send it to them by downloading it here as a PDF. And one thing that's great about these deliverables is that they will have all of your firm specific fonts, logos, colors embedded into the document. But because this is my account, you'll see Vega's for now. And one thing that I really want to emphasize is that we have many more templates, and we can also create any custom template based on your firm's needs. But before we jump into the demo today, I want to explain exactly what we built and how it's a much more powerful tool than using any general purpose AI, such as ChatGPT or Claude. And for a little context, in late 2025, many AI tools such as ChatGPT 5.4 and Claude 4.5 had become good enough to create appealing documents from scratch. So many early AI adopters started to use ChatGPT and Claude for document creation. And essentially what they're doing is they're taking your prompt by creating a new document from scratch and writing new code on the back end. And that's pretty good for a one-off prototype, but starting from scratch every single time can lead to inaccurate and sometimes inconsistent deliverables. Whereas at Vega, we've taken document generation capabilities much further. Our system relies on advisor-specific deliverable templates that fit your needs. So as far as accuracy, compliance, and consistencies are concerned. And our system even applies your branding. So I'll quickly walk you through these 6 clear reasons why using Vega is vastly superior than any general AI tool such as ChatGPT or Claude. And for my presentation today, I'll be using ChatGPT as my alternative example. And then we'll go ahead and jump into the demo. So our first reason is data integration. And when using a general purpose AI tool like ChatGPT, you have to manually give it your client's information. So that means uploading PDFs and copy and pasting CRM data like emails, tasks, and notes. And there's a couple of issues with that. So first, it's not compliant. You really cannot tell what ChatGPT is doing with your client's PII. Second, it quite frankly just takes time to manually upload and can become exhausting after a while. Third is that there is also a higher chance that important context gets left out because it could have been lost through your manual upload. But with Vega, all of that work is already done. And because we are connected to your CRM, Vega can automatically pull your client's calls, meetings, notes, tasks, and emails. And every time you create a deliverable, Vega has the context it needs. So it saves you time and creates a more accurate deliverable. Our second reason is audit trail. So in Vega, your work will stay traceable, reviewable, and most importantly, easier to defend. If you were using ChatGPT, for example, let's say you create a document and you pass that document between 4 different team members. By the end of it, you now have 4 different versions, and you can't exactly see what changes were made and who made those changes. And that's because the outputs in ChatGPT cannot be traced back to an original source record. Whereas with Vega, every version is tracked and you can see who made changes, you can review previous versions, and trace that information back to the original source. Our next reason is branding, and your company has a very well-defined brand guideline with specific fonts, colors, and logos. And when you create in ChatGPT, you have to recreate that look every time you have a new document. So because you're starting that document from scratch, you will start to see different layouts, fonts, formatting from one deliverable to the next. Whereas with Vega, your firm approved branding is built into the template. So every deliverable has the same layout and stays consistent to its branding. Our fourth reason is setup and maintenance. And with ChatGPT, every new workflow starts from scratch, like we said, and making changes often means rewriting prompts and reopening a Pandora's box to fix the code the AI wrote. But with Vega, our team ensures continuity. So custom templates are configured once and maintained and improved by us. And then from there, templates can be updated without any obscure coding. So it's faster and easier to maintain and built the way advisors work. Our fifth reason, very important one, is compliance review. And when using ChatGPT, there's nothing that will run a review for you from a compliance standpoint. So you'll have to review every single document. Whereas in Vega, we make sure that every model we have checks with SEC guidelines and applies it to your deliverables. So compliance approves the template once, and every deliverable is created from that workflow with versioning and audit logs built in. And our compliance review functionality will even evaluate the content of the deliverable and visually flag it for you, giving you a recommendation and summary based on the level of high, medium, or low risk. So it saves your team time while making the review process much more consistent. Finally, let's compare what ChatGPT will be the best fit for versus what Vega is the best fit for. And ChatGPT may be a great tool for exploring ideas and generating one-off prototypes, but Vega is the best fit for enterprise-level deliverables. And this is really what we want you guys to use to create consistent professional client deliverables at scale. And as we just covered in all of our reasons, Vega really is the best fit because it combines your firm's data, branding, compliance, and workflows into one process that creates consistent client-ready documents every time. And you'll see here, these are the templates that we have available for you today, with many more coming soon. And one thing that I really want to emphasize is that if you need a deliverable tailored to your firm's planning approach, we can easily collaborate with you to create custom templates designed around the way your advisors work. But now we'll jump into our demo, and I will show you how to create a tax planning review deliverable, as well as a meeting recap deliverable. And then we'll switch over to Vega, and to simply create a tax planning review deliverable, all you have to do is come and click Create Deliverable here. And then you'll come to your templates. And as you can see, these are all the templates that Vega has been working on for the past couple months. And if we create any custom templates with your firm, this is where you'd be able to come, select them, and generate them. But for right now, we'll stick to tax planning review. And now I need to link my contacts and households. So I will link the Henderson family for today's example. And now I'm going to add documents and tax files I have for this client. So we'll click here and we'll upload these and we'll hit open and upload. And as you can see, they're going to generate right here. And now we're good to generate deliverable. So Vega should take around 2-3 minutes to load. And as soon as it's done loading, I'll be right back. All right, and as you can see, we're loaded. So I'll go ahead and close this so we can see it in a larger view. But before I show you how to present and send this to a client, I'll take you through a couple different ways that you can edit it. And the first way is you can edit by modifying with chat. So all you would do is come and click this button here. And let's just say you wanted to make this shorter and emphasize the RSU component and send. So Vega will take 10 to 15 seconds to load here. And as you can see, it's updating the financial planning summary. And it looks like it's done. So as you can see, it's shortened and we emphasize the RSU component. Now, the second way you can edit this, I'll show you in our tax breakdown here, is you can edit manually. So all you would do is come and click Edit Block. And let's just say you thought that this was only for Robert Henderson's wife, Margaret. So you would say, for Margaret, and save. And it's adjusted here. Now, another thing that we can edit in this is we can edit any of these badges here. So let's just say that you thought this should actually say love. So you would come and click Edit Block, and you would type love, and you would edit the badge variant. So we'll hit neutral and save. And it's adjusted here. And the last thing I'll show you is you can see all the sources that Vega is pulling from for every section. So you can see we have our source badge here, and this is all the sources. And it can even pull from every official website. So for example, here it's pulling from the IRS website. Now, last thing before we send this, we'll go ahead and check the compliance review. So you'll come right here to this button, and you can see we're at no risk. The content is well structured and compliant, but if Vega ever detects any level of risk, they'll give you an analysis and recommendation. But we're at no risk, so we're good to send this to our client. So we can click Export and PDF. And it's going to load at the top of our screen right here. And as you can see, it's loaded. So because I'm in a Vega firm account, you see Vega's logos, colors, and fonts. But when you are in your account, you will see your firm's logos, colors, fonts, all embedded into the document. And the last thing I'll show you is how you can present. So all you do is you would come and click this present button right here. And that's all for the tax planning review deliverable. And now I'll show you how to create a meeting recap deliverable. So we'll come and we'll open new chat, and then we'll come down to our button here and click create deliverable. Then we will select our template, and for this one, we'll select meeting recap. And then for this example, I'll link my household of the Midinak family. And now I need to add additional instructions as to what meeting to pull from for this summary. So let's say analyze the meeting that I had on March 24th and generate deliverable. So same thing as last times, it will take around a minute or two to load, and I'll be back as soon as it's done. All right, and we're loaded. So I'll go ahead and close this. And same thing as last time, you can edit this in any way you would like, either by modify with chat, or you can edit each section manually by edit block, as well as all the other badges and see the sources it's pulling from. And to send it to your clients, you would just hit export, PDF, and I'll show you what it will look like. And once again, this will have your firm's logos, brands, colors, fonts, all embedded into the document. And last thing, we'll show you how to present. And that's all for the meeting recap. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you next week.